Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be my top favourite foundations. So I have been doing a series where I've done my top favourite mascaras, my top favourite bronzers, my top favourite blushes, and I have done my top favourite pale foundations. So I did a video on my favourite foundations for pale skin, but today's video is just my favourite foundations in general. So I didn't mention these in my last video, some of them, because they are dark and the lightest shade is a bit too dark for me, just a tad on some of them. So I'm dedicating now a full video on my favourite foundations, the ones that are the best in my opinion. And we do have, the majority of them are Drugstore, and then we have some that are high-end, more expensive ones as well. So yes, let's just get started. So I'm not going to do these in any particular order, but I am going to do the Drugstore affordable ones first and then finish with the high-end ones. So the first one I'm going to mention is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow Foundation, and mine is in the shade 201 Classic Ivory. Now I need to get a new one of these because I am running out. There's not much left in it. I love this foundation more so in the spring, summertime, because it is slightly a bit dark for me in the winter, and this is the lightest shade that they do, annoyingly. So this was about $7.99, $8.99, and I actually got it from Boots, but I think you can get it on Amazon as well. And it is a radiant glowy foundation, and if you know me on my channel, you know that I have oily skin, but it's actually really good. Like if you have oily skin like me, you're probably scared to try radiant foundations, but this one, it's amazing. It is really good. It keeps your skin super hydrated, but never once has it gone greasy or cakey or oily on my skin. Never. I always set my face with powder anyway, but it just looks flawless on your skin from morning to night. It looks amazing. I love wearing this foundation so much. It's like a thin formula, so it's not thick coverage. It's kind of like light to medium coverage, which is good for the spring and summertime. I like that anyway. And it is really radiant. It makes you look like you're glowing from within, and when the sun hits your face, it just is stunning. I love it so much. This has to be in my top favorite foundations. It's so good. If you haven't tried it, you need to try it. Next up we have the Maybelline Dream Satin Liquid Foundation in the shade True Ivory. Now this one actually has SPF, the other one doesn't. This has SPF 13, and I love this any time of the year. It's pretty much my shade. If I have my hair up, it might be slightly too dark, like compared to my neck, but it is pretty much a good shade match for me, and it is the lightest shade that they do as well. This was $7.99. I know it's been around for years, but only a few months ago I actually tried it, believe it or not, and I actually loved it. I've actually used it a lot since I tried it, and without fail it has to be one of my favourite foundations. I love to wear this on like an everyday basis because it's a natural look. It is, I'd say, medium coverage, and it looks natural on your skin, and it has a slight dewiness to it. It's not matte because it's a satin, so it looks really nice on your skin, but it's not oily or greasy or anything, and it lasts a really long time. It is so good, and I wish I tried this sooner. I can't believe I only tried this recently, and it's so good. I just love it. Next up we have the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation in the shade Porcelain. Now the only con with this is that it is quite dark. Now it looks wonderful in the bottle, doesn't it? It looks absolutely fantastic skin match, fantastic, but it oxidizes like crazy. So I can only wear this in the summer if I have a tan. It's not dark by any means, but I couldn't get away with it now in the winter, let's be honest. I just couldn't. I could get away with it if I mixed it with a white foundation mixer, or if I mixed it with a lighter foundation, but I would struggle because it does oxidize a little bit and it is slightly too dark. But other than that, it is a really good foundation. The formula is thin. I prefer a thin formula to a thick formula. I just do. It is so nice to wear, and it is slightly glowy but not crazy. It's really nice and it's quite affordable. I think it's like £9.99. Oh look, another L'Oreal foundation. So this one is the Infallible 24-Hour Matte Foundation in Porcelain. So this is the matte version of the glowy one, and it does what it says on the tin. It's matte. This is a thicker formula, so compared to the glowy one, which is more light coverage, I would say this is medium to full coverage. And it looks so nice if you're going to a party or a special event. I don't tend to wear it every day because it is quite full coverage, but it is nice for a party and it's really nice on your skin. It doesn't feel too heavy or too thick like some foundations do. It feels really nice and it does a really good job of keeping your face matte all day. I haven't tested it for 24 hours, but it does last all day matte if you put powder on as well. So it's really, really good. And it is actually a really good colour match. This colour matches me pretty well, so I don't need to mix any white with it. It's pretty good on its own. So yeah, that's the next one. Okay, next up we have the Revlon Colour Stay foundation for combination or oily skin. It has 24-hour wear and it's SPF 15 and it's in the shade 110 Ivory. Now, I use this foundation a lot, no matter what time of year it is, particularly more in the summer because it has SPF, but I do like to wear this any time of year. It is a touch too dark for me if I'm in the winter, but I can get away with it if my hair is down. I really, really like it. It is such a good foundation. Oh my gosh, it is amazing. So good for combination or oily skin. It is perfect for you. I'm so glad I tried it. If you have oily skin or combination skin and you struggle to find foundations that are good for it, this one is amazing. And then the last of the drugstore affordable foundations is this one. This is the Revolution Makeup Conceal and Define Full Coverage Foundation in the shade F1. So this is the original one, not the new one, the radiant one. This is the original one with the wand. That's one of the downsides of this, is that it's a wand, not a pump. I tend to prefer pumps, personal preference. This is a little bit too dark. Common theme here. Yeah, this is a bit too dark for me, so I do tend to mix it with a lighter foundation or a foundation white mixer. But this is so full coverage, so good for parties or special events. But I do wear this just on an everyday basis as well, because it's not uncomfortable to wear. It feels nice on your skin, it's nice to wear, it's not too thick, and it goes perfectly with the concealer to match it. I really like it, and the only downside is the colour match. Like, this is the lightest shade that they do, but I think they could have gone slightly lighter. Okay, I have two high-end ones to talk about. Now, I have to talk about this because this is the Too Faced Born This Way full coverage foundation in the shade Porcelain. Now, I've loved this foundation for a very long time. This was probably one of the first foundations I got when I was starting out my channel. I actually wore this on my wedding day, but the just a massive massive downside is the colour. Now, I mentioned this on my channel before. When I have full-on fake tan on, full-on bronzed, this matches me perfectly, and it's the shade Porcelain. So I don't know what Too Faced were thinking when they made this, but there are actually light people out there. So, you know, hello, we're here. This is definitely 100% not Porcelain. So this is actually my shade when I have full-on, thick, extra ultra dark fake tan on. This is my shade. So, but look past it, look past it. I use this with a white foundation mixer, a lot of it. And then it's okay. So on my wedding day, I did use this foundation because it is so full coverage. It lasts a really long time. It's matte, oil-free. I love it. But I did have to use half a bottle of white foundation mixer. But yeah, I look past it because it is such a good foundation. So, you know, if you're maybe my shade or similar to my shade, don't get it. But if you're a bit darker, get it. I don't know what they were thinking, but it is a really good foundation. So if you want to try it, because it is so good. And it's really thick, really full coverage, amazing, gorgeous foundation. It's just the wrong shade. This should not be porcelain. This is more sandy beige, that kind of shade, you know, which I never am, never will be. But I still love it, and I really like Too Faced as a brand. It's just they need to get their colours sorted. But I think this was like £30, so it is a pricier foundation. And then my final one is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Foundation, SPF 10, in the shade Shell. Now, what I love about this is that it has every shade you could possibly want. And I actually went into Debenhams and I got colour matched for this using this special machine. And this is the perfect shade for me. It's Shell. I don't know if it's the lightest. I think you can probably get lighter than this. But it matches me perfect. It is spot on. It's one of the best. I think it's the best match for me personally of any foundation. This is £30. Was it more than that? Is it about, I think it's about £30, something like that, but I actually had it for my birthday. And it comes with a screw bottle top, but I actually got this pump. I bought a pump specifically for it, because I prefer pump, and then I've got a little cover lid for it. So, yeah, it's really, really good. It is full coverage, super full coverage. I only wear this for special events like weddings, parties, really special events, because it is so expensive. But it looks flawless on your face. Your skin looks absolutely amazing with it on. I know that some people like to wear this every day as their everyday foundation, which is fine, but I don't, because it is so expensive. But it has to be like one of my favourite foundations. I love it so much. It is really good. It keeps your oil under control as well, but it's not too drying, it's not too thick, but it gives you full coverage. Everything about this foundation is really, really good, and I'm so glad that I have it. And it's SPF 10 as well, which is really, really good. Okay, so those were my top 8 foundations. Those are my favourite ones to wear regularly or for special events. Those are the ones that I recommend you try if you haven't tried them before. So I hope that this video was helpful, and I hope that you liked it. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up down below. Make sure you subscribe to my channel if you're not already, so you can see all my other videos. And leave a comment down below for me of what your favourite foundation is. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!